wins and never me to fall. If I could make all my wrongs right, would show my enemies up along. Like all of your drama kept me up all night. My buttons get pushed, so that mean I gotta push through all that. No hesitation, dedication, what you call that? I ain't concerned, I can handle that. I light it up, let it burn like candle wax. Yeah. Now we high, ain't no more coming down. Look now, we fly. I told them we made it, here we are. Rising above it
What's up, guys? I just finished a whole session with Khalid trying out the new
Phantom GTs.
The new Phantom GTs. And what does GT stand for?
It's the generative texture here you can feel on the boot.
Do you think this is an upgrade from the Vapors?
No. I have the Vapors and I don't plan on making the switch to these. I'm probably going to keep these and break them in and see how they compare. But the Vapors for me are my favorite cleats by far. I had to break them in for a while, but they fit like a glove.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to cut that out.
Yeah.
Alright, so for the Phantom GTs, what I'd recommend is get a couple of different sizes and try them on, and get a size that you think won't fit like really small, because I've never ordered a 9.5 in my life. Luckily, I had ordered one for Phil to try on, and when I tried on the 9.5 that he was wearing, I usually wear 10s in cleats. It fit much better than the 10s I was wearing. So
and
now,
it changed your whole training session?
Yeah, like it was night and day for me. Like, because I feel like the Phantom GTs, they're a bit longer than the Venoms and the Vapors. So there was a little bit more room for my foot to move around, and it did move around. And you can see that because there's a lot of creases in the boot when I was making cuts with the space in between the upper and my foot. And then when I moved to the 9.5, that felt much better. And like you can really hear the thump when I put my foot into it, because it takes all the air out.
Yeah, and like Cleat mentioned, I'd recommend maybe grabbing 2 pairs of these cleats, and whatever fits better, send yeah,
you
keep
get
that
60
one.
days. Anyway, you can try them on. You can break them in. It doesn't matter. Nike will take anything back within 60 days.
Yeah, so Nike has a great return policy. So if you're not satisfied with your cleat, you can send it back within those 60 days. So
60 days for members, 30 days for non-members. I think this is much more noticeable than the textures on all the other cleats we have right here, the Vapors and the Venoms. Like the Venoms, you can see some dimpling on the upper, and then obviously has that patch where you're gonna make contact with it. But this, I feel like this, if at all, any texture gives you much better grip on a boot, on the ball. I'd say this is probably it. I mean, the upper probably won't be much different than any other upper on the boots, but if it did have a difference, I think this would be the best. So when you order these cleats, I didn't see this when I ordered my Vapors when they came out, but there's an option to get AGC. It's artificial ground cleats, and I think it's a shorter stud for the artificial ground, so it doesn't catch the turf so much when you're like coming across the ground like this. And I really noticed that in my Vapors, because I feel like the Vapors were styled after like a track spike boot, and they feel really fast and they grip really hard, but there's a downside to it when you're like playing across the ground, because it catches much more of the turf. And then the Venom has the shortest stud pattern. You can see that clearly when I put it to the side by side here with this, and then the Vapors are even longer than that. So this one doesn't catch, it catches the least. And you can play, like, if your long balls would be better, it's because they catch the least on the ground with this one.
Especially in turf, because most of us are playing on turf and not grass. So what is the price of these cleats?
They're $250. They're on the same level as the Vapors, and then I think the Venoms are $225. But you should never pay for the retail price. Go look for the colors that are cheaper.
Yeah, because they're always on discount.
Yeah, there's always a color that's cheaper. And
yeah, I always go with that.
These were $100, the yellow ones.
Yeah.
Straight from Nike.
Yeah, and I actually got these Vapors. I actually got that on sale for about, I think like $210. So that's a great deal. So look for those colorways that are cheaper, because honestly, you're saving a lot of money not paying, that original retail price. With every cleat that you purchase, it comes with a string bag, and this is how the string bag looks like. really cool design. It has the, what was it, that texture? The
generative texture.
Yeah, the generative texture. It actually has it designed on the outside of the bag, which is pretty cool.
It doesn't have generative texture.
I know, but it just has the like
design.
The design of it. So this is how it looks. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did,
give them an analogy real quick.
Huh?
You should give them an analogy.
What do you mean?
Say the Vapors are like a McLaren 720.
Yeah.
The best McLaren you can get. And I think the Phantom GTs are like a Gran Turismo version of a McLaren. You know, really good, but it's not
the best.
Not the best performance compared to the Vapors.
That's a good one. So thank you guys for watching. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see our final thoughts in about 2 weeks. What's up, guys? So I'm going to be giving you my opinion about how these cleats do in finishing, juggling, dribbling, passing, and running and agility. I really enjoy juggling with the Phantom GTs because I think this cleat itself has a greater surface area to make contact versus the Vapors, where it's more of a slim area. And another thing that made it very enjoyable was the generative texture on the outside of the cleat itself. I felt like the ball was sticking to my foot a lot better than other cleats that I have. The first thing I noticed while finishing with these cleats is that with the generative texture on it, I was getting a lot of topspin on all my shots. And I never usually get any topspin on any of my shots. Most of my shots are curled. So with the generative texture, just keep in mind that this might cause your shooting to be changed a little bit. The only thing that didn't change was when I was shooting with my laces. While dribbling with the Phantoms, I really enjoyed it because, like I've been mentioning in all these clips, is that the generative texture has a huge effect not only in the shooting, but as well as the dribbling. I felt like with the grip on the outside, I was able to keep the ball a lot closer without it like slipping away. So it was really nice to dribble with these. Passing with the Phantoms, I didn't see much of a difference versus passing with my Vapors or Tiempos. But with the generative texture on the outside, it made it really easy actually to control the ball. The generative texture gives you a lot more grip than the other cleats that the Vapor has, the Tiempos, and this is like a new technology that Nike just recently added to their cleats. And I think it just gives the cleat better grip on the ball. Running and doing agility drills with the Phantom is really nice. Nike came with a new Hyperquick System. It's a new sole plate for traction, helping players make agile, sharp cuts at high speeds. And they also came up with a new stud pattern at the bottom. They call them chevron studs. And what it states is that they're designed for lightning fast change of direction, helping you, dig into the ground and not slip. And that's pretty much all the video. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below any questions you have. I'll be holding on to these cleats for a little bit longer just to review it more because this is just more of a one-day review. And I want to see if, my opinion changes about them after wearing them for about a week or so. So if you did find this video helpful, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day.
Stop working.